How's it going, everyone? It's your boy Dak908, aka the Dig Dug himself. And guys, World is here. It's finally out. It's finally available for all to play, and it's amazing. And I love every inch of it. And I understand you guys are like, yo, Dak, the game's been out like 2 days. Where have been the videos? Well, herein lies the tiny problem. One thing I did know about January 26th was that was the same day my grandmother, which I believe only came to America like once or twice before, was going to come visit me. So, I mean, I love my grandmother. I talk to her on the phone like all the time. Like, she's the person I'm talking to usually. If you guys see me in my stream, that's what my grandma had to call me. That's who I'm talking to, you know? So, I didn't, Monster Hunter will be here forever and ever, but, your grandparents are not going to be here forever and forever. So, I want to do my best to give her, show her a nice time around Texas. I don't think she came to Texas before. But anyway, so that's why, if you guys be like, yo, Dak, you're late on your videos, yo, family comes first, homie. But now that's out the way, let's look at what we're getting into right here. Now, this is going to be the Great Jagras. Now, we all know the Great Jagras. For those who've seen people play the beta and play the beta yourselves, you already know what he's about. Not too much different. Now, this video will kind of be like another first impressions kind of thing. I mean, what I want to do is I wanted to really do the extra detailed video instead of doing like first impression kind of videos, but I figured, sometimes you really need to see how you would react to a certain thing for the first time. Maybe even have other people see the way you hunt and how you've hunted for the first time and see how they could probably hunt that for the first time. But believe me when I say that the extra detailed videos will be coming, just because the Monster Hunter World is coming out, was out like right now when it's hot on the streets. I at least still want to complete my monster decks, which is where I upload a video for every single monster using at-ready tactics, meaning this is the first time I jump to the fight, this is the first time me doing anything, this is how I'm fighting the monster for the first time, how I'm looking at it, and how I'm adapting in real time, and hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing and hopefully adapt for yourselves as well. Excuse me, adapt for yourselves as well. And afterwards, we will do the video where I talk about like all the weaknesses and all the extra stuff, all the neat things. But I can still give you guys, sort of breakdowns to actually exactly what the Great Jagras can give, because I mean, truth be told, he's not a very bad monster when it comes to his gear and his equipment and things like that. I mean, he's a very easy fight. When you fight pretty much anything in the Ancient Forest, he will be there, and he will almost undoubtedly try to, fight you and whatever it is you're actually fighting. I mean, so he's a little annoying in that sense, but his gear's not that bad, especially if you're just starting. It'd be a pretty solid beginner gear, because one thing I did note from playing a bit is that pretty much all the beginning gear, since all the skills are set to one particular piece of armor, they don't necessarily make sense 9 times out of 10, and they're not necessarily all good skills. And the fact that most skills now, instead of going from tier 1 to tier 2 to maybe sometimes tier 3, they go from tier 1 to tier 5, so the effects of each particular skill is lessened greatly. So for the most part, if anything, honestly, up until like the almost end of low rank, I would honestly just recommend wearing whatever you kind of really want to wear. I mean, yeah, you sure can mix and match your skills from different armor sets. That way you can make a mix set of your own design. But really, since the effects are so small, you're probably just gonna want to build something just so way you can get some armor. But speaking of armor, let's talk a little bit about my main Jagras armor really quickly. So immediately looking at the skills is really not that bad. I mean, you have Fortify, which is a really good ability. Increase your attack and defense every time you fall in battle by 10, and then 15% attack and defense. You can use it only twice though, because once you card 3 times, you fail the quest. But regardless, it's a really good skill to have, especially for a beginner hunter who isn't fully used to the game, and allowing them to come back stronger each time can really help them get that clutch win out. So that's what's up. Your next one will be Speed Eating, allowing you to speed eat. You consume and drink items a lot quicker, so that way you can get back into the fray, or so that way you're not left exposed and vulnerable for the monsters. So that's really helpful as well. Palico Rally. Now this one's really interesting ability. Increases your power, increases the power of your Palico. So the little cat that you guys made in the very beginning, he will get an attack and defense boost for each rank you get. So I mean, they help out a lot. They give you your health items and things like that. So to increase their attack and defense will be paramount to both of your survival, so that's really neat. Now, Speed Crawler allows you to crawl quicker, or crouch walk quicker. Kind of tongue-tied there, but I mean, it's not a super useful skill, but I mean, maybe if you're like really used to like hiding in bushes and things like that, it could probably help you out. Maybe traverse from one bush to another bush or something like that. So I don't know, maybe. Now, Intimidator, this one's a really interesting ability right here. So it decreases the chances of a monster noticing you. Now, this is really helpful for when you're trying to gather items and things like that, because a lot of times when you're just out and about, small monsters they will attack you, and this skill actually makes it to where they will not attack you. So that's actually really useful. So when you're going out gathering materials like mushrooms and ores and things like that, feel free to just at least wear this, so that way you have no worry about anything coming to mean you any harm. So it's really cool. It's a really decent skill. So all in all, I mean, his armor's not that bad in terms of skills. The defense is fairly solid, because before your defense was only like maybe 20, now it's 41, so it's like double that. So I mean, all in all, not bad for Jagras. Well, everyone, that's pretty much great Jagras right there in a nutshell. I mean, not too totally hard. You guys could totally knock him out, even the newer guys. His armor's fairly decent. His weapons, I mean, we didn't talk about them, but his weapons are nice upgrades to whatever you're using before. Now, I will have a detailed video on him later, but at first must knock out the majority of these regular monster decks videos, so to speak, so that way you guys can see what they look like. But with that being said, it's been your boy. Take care.